Hey guys, and welcome back to another GameFinds episode. This week I am on holiday, so I didn't really think there was going to be a video on the channel because I am on holiday and I shouldn't be doing game hunting while I'm meant to be resting and enjoying the holiday. But game hunting's fun, so you know, I can't get told off for having fun on holiday, can I? So I've been to a boot sale on Wednesday, I went in town on Tuesday, looking at all the charity shops, the second-hand game shops, and basically I've got a nice little bundle. It's one of the better bundles I've got in a while, so it's nice to have a different range of stuff in a different location, because showing from what I've got in this bundle, it is really good. I picked up one game and two DVDs from Cash Generator. The DVDs were meant to be £3 each, and I think we got 2 for £5 or 2 for £4. Both Disney films, and both newish Disney films. One I haven't seen, one I have seen. These will be going straight onto my girlfriend's Disney collection DVD shelf that we've got at home. And the game that we picked up, I don't think I've got, so I will be keeping this. The game is Dangerous Adventures. It's one in a series that I think has been going on since the PS1. I definitely know it's come out on the PS2, but a lot of pubs and arcades would have one of these games in there where you get the shotgun and shoot the animals running past. Basically it's a home console version of it. Some of these are really fun to play, some of them keep their value. At the end of this episode I'm going to try and do like a how much is it worth, like little montage at the end. So obviously that will come up like this, and then on the side it will be I paid that and this is how much it's worth on eBay. But I paid £3 for this game. I think, without doing research, I think it's worth about double, so it's a nice little one to have for my collection. And the two Disney films that my girlfriend got for her collection was Big Hero 6, which either come out very late last year or very early this year, but it's one that we haven't got. And Brave, a film that I think was only on TV a couple of weeks back. So 2 DVDs for £5 and the game for £3. Paid £8 in Cash Generator for 3 good items there. £3 a piece basically. Can't say no to that. Well, less than £3 a piece. We didn't really find anything in the charity shops themselves. Where we're staying does not look very kid friendly or gaming friendly, whatever you want to class it as. But what we did find on the bric-a-brac shelf was a very cool Wallace and Gromit Playhouse. This is with West Wallaby Street Playhouse. It is boxed, it's a bit faded. I think there should be more colour on the box. In fact, it is still boxed, and the box isn't in too bad condition. It's a bonus. It was meant to be £3.99 from the PDSA charity shop. And what you should always do when you find something like this is check the condition. Check if it's all there. Check if bits are broken. So, you know, obviously we did. Opened the box up. There's the Playhouse. It's meant to be about 10 characters. We think. Playhouse is all there. It's all in good condition. The characters are missing. So the manager of the store, who was on the till at the time, said, "We'll give it to you for £1 if you still want it." So obviously for £1 it is so worth buying something from a British standard of history. I mean, it's still going on now. Wallace and Gromit is still such a big thing, and for £1 you can't really go wrong. The box is probably worth that alone. So yeah, that was literally what we got in town. I went to a boot sale on Wednesday. Not really expecting much, because at this point I think I've been to like 12 charity shops, probably about the same in second-hand stores. Just not finding anything, nothing that's worth buying, nothing that's worth even giving to someone as a gift. So yeah, wasn't really hoping, well I was hoping, but I wasn't expecting to get much at this boot sale. this is what I love about boot sales. It's very hit and miss. You'll either find a huge amount of amazingness, a huge amount of stuff that you know you can get profit on, or just absolutely nothing. So the first bundle of stuff that I picked up, I paid £6 for. Maybe I'm not big on DVDs at the moment because they're devaluing very quickly. So I'm not very big on how much they're worth. I'm not really sure if it's worth £6. Probably not to sell on, but to give it a watch. I'm a big horror fan, and most of my family love watching a horror film. So most of these are horrors, and most of these I will be watching. If I don't enjoy them, I will be selling them. If not, they will go on my collection. So the first DVD is a film called Amy, which is only a 15 rated film. So in horror terms, it's not going to be incredible in my head, because a horror film has to be a 18 rated. That's Amy, and it has got a cardboard cutout around the DVD case, which I really like. Pounds. The Wrong House, again, it's got a DVD cardboard case around it. This is a 18. It does actually look quite scary. I haven't heard of it, so it's probably worth £1 to watch. You know, a couple of hours worth of film just to watch it one night. I'm not sure how you spell or say this one. Twix. Again, nice little cover on it. It's actually got Val Kilmer in it, so that's a name for a horror film, which is quite cool. The director of The Godfather and Apocalypse Now is also involved in this, so that might be worth watching. The final film with a cardboard cutout is a film called Heretic? Which looks pretty cool. It's an 18, it's probably worth £1 to watch. I'm either going to keep these, I'll give them to someone in my family to watch, or failing that, I'll sell them. Man of Steel, which I haven't seen yet. I'm not a big Superman fan, so I'm going to give that a watch. If I don't like it, I'm going to get rid of it. I don't want that on my shelf if I don't enjoy it. And the last one is a Firm related DVD, and it's Meet the Firm, Revenge in Rio. Whatever the score, they're bringing home the prize. That looks pretty cool. If it's football related, I'm probably going to enjoy watching that. So definitely worth a watch for me. £6 in total for 6 films. Definitely worth buying in my head. Probably not worth to sell on, but still a really good deal. Going on a little bit later into the day. Boot sale wasn't massive. It wasn't really impressive. There wasn't much in the way of gaming related stuff. There was a bloke that sold in this blue bag, a bag full of games. It wasn't completely filled. I asked him how much games were in the bag, just asking him a general question, seeing if he would give me an individual price. He said, I'm sick of this boot sale, I want to go home, give me a tenner for the bag. So I got the following stuff for £10, which I think is a fantastic deal. There's Game Boy stuff, there's PSP stuff, there's DS games and a couple of PS2 games. So for £10 I think it's really worth the deal. I'm going to start off with probably the weakest of the lot, and that's the DS games. DS games, there's so many shelf fillers, not many of them are worth playing. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these. If I get a DS in the near future, I'm probably going to just chuck these in a bundle and sell them with the DS. The first game is Disney Friends, which does not look appealing at all. I can't even explain what it looks like on the back. It looks like one of them cheap PC games. The next one is Deal or No Deal, which I'm probably going to give it a go because I quite like Deal or No Deal. And as you can tell, I'm really hot at the moment. None of the windows are open. and the sun is coming in from my right, so I'm getting a little bit hot sitting here. The next game is another Disney related game, and it's G-Force, which wasn't a bad film. I don't know what the game's going to be like, but it might be worth £1 or £2, I'm not too sure. Cooking Mama, I think that's the first one in a long range of different Cooking Mama games. A game that I keep finding everywhere. Everyone just wants to get rid of this game, I think. 42 all-time classics, because any console or any game with 42 in one is a good game, obviously. And the last one is something I don't want. I would have really kept it, gave that back to me. And that's Cooking Guides, Can't Decide What to Eat, which is sealed. They must have decided that they wanted something to eat. So yeah, that was probably the weakest, but I'm probably going to get like £2 or £3 for a lot of that. So I'm £7 short. The next lot of things were Game Boy games. Let me go on the Game Boy games, because I like Game Boy games. They're all loose, which is a shame. Not all of them are real games. A lot of them look either fake copies or they're like the American copies. They're not English. This one is. I don't think the focus is working properly on my phone, but that's Sapper, which looks like a cool game, and it is an official game, so that's pretty cool. Going into the unofficial games or the fake games, I'm just throwing them about. You got Brother Bear. That looks like a pretty cool game. It's focusing on my face rather than the game. Shrek 2. Another dodgy game. The Polar Express. I nearly called it the Polar Bear Express. Really good film. Not sure what the game's going to be like. That's 3 dodgy games so far. Another dodgy game, doesn't even have like the copyright shit on it. It's Medal of Honor Underground. The sticker's wrong in it as well. That's such a fake copy. So that's 4 fake games, 1 real one. Star Wars Flight of the Falcon, another fake game that, yeah, it's, someone's going to buy it. I bought it. That's 5 fake games. Colin McRae's Rally 2.0. Such a fake label on that as well. You're going on to 6 fake games now. Desert Strike Advance. Tom and Jerry's The Magic Ring. This almost looks real, so yeah, this almost looks real, so I'm going to call this a American copy, but it could be, it might still be fake. I'm not too sure on Game Boy games at the moment, but it's still focusing on my face. But yeah, that's that, and the last 2 are a really fake copy of Yoshi Island and The Incredibles, which is actually a real game, so that's pretty cool. I've got 9 fake games and 2 real games, so 11 Game Boy games plus a DS game. So that's probably my tenner back. Picked up Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith and Call of Duty 3 on the PS2 in that bag. Might get £2 or £3 for them. And probably the biggest bundle of the lot, probably not worth as much as what they're in my hand, is a load of PSP games. I'm going to quickly go through these. Formula 1 Grand Prix. Not an F1 fan. Luminous Puzzle Fusions. Probably saying that completely wrong. Daxter even. I think I picked one of them up recently. I picked one of them off that boot sale quite recently back at home. SmackDown vs. Raw 2009 featuring the ECW. There's actually 2 wrestling games in this bundle. The other one is a 2011 game, which I had a lot of fun playing that on the Xbox 360. World Tour Soccer 2. I'm not sure that's going to be worth anything. Tony Hawk's Underground 2, the remix. Killzone Liberations, and DVD on the PSP of The Dark Knight. I don't think anyone would want to watch that on such a small screen. A couple of loose games here. Fight Night Round 3, Soko Fire Team Bravo 3, Disney Pixar Cars, Transformer the game, which is literally just a disc, there's no case to it, Futurama's Bender's Big Score, and Spider-Man 3, the DVD version. A load of empty cases, and Worms Open Warfare, which is complete, but the game is missing the bit of plastic over the top, so the disc is loose. But yeah, that cost me £10. That whole bundle cost me £10. I think that's an absolute bargain. It's probably not worth a huge amount of money, but it's definitely worth more than a tenner. I walked down, carrying on that path, and there's another guy selling games. There's two on the same path. Every other road that there was at the boot sale had no games. This path was the path for me. It had as many games as you want. The guy wanted them all gone. Unfortunately, 90% of the games were sports games, or they were really, really bad, scratched. The games I picked out weren't scratched, they weren't sports games, and he wanted 4 for £1, or I could have taken the whole lot, which was about 100, and he only wanted a tenth for it. They were too scratched, or there was too many sports games, so I just picked out the best, paid the extra money, paid 25p instead of 10p, because I don't want a load of shit, especially when I'm on holiday. So these are the PS1 games, and then I'll show you what I got on the PS2 games in a second. You've got Grand Theft Auto London, such a good game. I really hope they bring another one of them out on the new gens. It would be really cool to go back to London or back to England on a GTA game. Driver 2, a game that I preferred the first one. Still a really good game, but I've got more history playing the first one. Action Man, the PS1 game. I didn't even think this was a real game. One of the pictures on the back actually looks like GTA, the third one down. Colin McRae's Rally, I actually picked up 2 copies of that. One's the Platinum Edition and one's the normal edition. Die Hard Trilogy. And the final game is Army Man, Land, Sea and Air, which I picked up in the past in this area. That's half of the collection I paid, 4 for £1. Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. Juice. Bass Master Fisher. Scooby-Doo's Night of 100 Frights. The Simpsons game, which I've recently, I've seen this game so many times at boot sales, and they want £2-3 for it, so picking it up for 25p is a brilliant deal in my eyes. Wipeout Fusion. Wipeout is one of my favourite series of games there are, so I'm looking forward to adding this to my collection if I haven't already got it. Spider-Man 2, based on the film. Pirates of the Caribbean, The Legend of Jack Sparrow. And the final game I got off of this guy was Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events, which I'm really looking forward to the Netflix TV series that they're going to be bringing out in the near future. And just before I went to leave, I realised there was one last row that I hadn't gone down, which I am so happy I actually went there, because sometimes if I haven't got enough, like if it's been a poor week at boot sales, I won't go to that final one just because I just want to leave. Really happy I didn't. I picked up for 30p Mrs. Brown's Boys, the movie, which I'll be giving to my dad if he hasn't got it already, because he's a big fan of that series. And I picked up to watch tonight Johnny Depp, Edward, which is meant to be a really, really good film, so I'm gonna watch that tonight. I'm really looking forward to watching that. And the last 2 games I picked up before this episode ends, really good 2 games for the PS1. Alone in the Dark, A New Nightmare on the PS1, and the final one, which I'm so happy to finally get in, is Parasite Eve 2, which, if I remember correctly, is Resident Evil 2, but they've changed the name. It's like a Japanese version of it or something like that. I'm going to do some more research, and I'll put a comment above saying, Mark, you're completely wrong. But that is a really good game. It only cost me £1. It's complete with the booklet. Both the discs are in there, the booklet's in there as well. That's really good for me. So yeah, I'm going to end the video here, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. Check me out on Twitter for news and information, and always message me on there. I will get back to you ASAP.